What's going on, man? It's good to see y'all again. Before I just get to talking, we gotta address the elephant in the room. So it's been about 8 months since my last upload, and I definitely didn't want to come back up here because the next video I'm gonna put out is gonna be picking up exactly where I left off 8 months ago, which is the Spider-Man 2 series. That was something that I was like really excited to do and really excited to play and really excited to show y'all, and I still am, but it would be weird if I just pick up with episode 4 and not talk about just the 8-month gap that came between the two videos. Part of the reason I stopped uploading to YouTube, it really was not intentional, especially not for this long. I knew I was gonna take like a little break. I thought it was gonna be 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks turned into a month. Month turned into half a year. Year turned into 8 months. And so here we are. A lot of it just boiled down to two things really. One was a newfound level of like responsibility and like just stuff going on in life. Everybody has those moments in time where like you are put in a position where you have to step up to the plate in ways that you weren't really expecting or haven't had to before. Like at the time we had just moved into this house. There's a lot that goes into moving into a house, whether it be furniture, whether it be the newfound payments that you gotta make. And so it was just like a plethora of things that happened. I don't know if anybody has known this, but I've had an editor the entire duration of my channel. That's part of the reason why the videos were so frequent and so like bam, 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 bam. Okay, I release every Monday and Friday because all I do is record this stuff and then I send it off. But it reached a point where like, I gotta pay for that, you know what I mean? And like that's coming out of my pocket. And the channel, I get why YouTube was paying me so little. I'm not exaggerating when I say I was maybe making, like it was a good video if I made $5, which that ain't gonna cut it, bro. It's not gonna cut it. So I was basically paying for everything out of pocket. That was one. And then I started feeling like this whole YouTube thing became like a job. It became kind of like a chore where there would be some times where I would do this thing that I'm really passionate about in the form of making videos and playing games and all of that. I would turn the camera off and I would just not be in the mood for anything gaming related. And that was like the last thing I wanted. To have something that I've been like passionate about and enjoying for this really long time, like turn into not that anymore, just wasn't cool. And so burnout happened, and like we talk about that in so many different other creators and other just people in general. It happens to everybody. And so I'm trying to do things now to where I don't run into that anymore. So a couple things are probably gonna end up happening. I'm editing my own videos now on the channel for the first time. This Spider-Man episode 4 is the first time I've edited one of my videos, and I've edited the thumbnail, which is kind of crazy considering I have a background in videography and photography, but I knew if I was editing my own stuff, y'all would get like a video a year. That just wasn't the goal. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this and like kind of the timing of it and the frequency and all of that. I know YouTube's algorithm appreciates consistency, but I would argue it appreciates viewer retention and people staying and watching the videos to the end even more than that. So when this video comes out, I'm not gonna ask you to like just throw the video on and go to another room. My hope is that it is genuinely engaging enough to where people sit and watch basically the whole thing. I know my videos are like a lot longer than a lot of other videos because I'm playing like an entire game, and a lot of the games I play have stories and all of that, but I'm hoping that the way I edited this is probably the one. What did I just try to? No, I'm keeping it in. Probably the most engaging video that I've ever had on my channel. That's like no diss at all to anybody that has ever worked on any videos of mine. Like all of my editors have been, wow, chef's kiss. You just run into a situation where it kind of becomes a quality versus quantity thing. When you're a freelance editor and you got 5 videos with due dates that are all a day apart, you can't spend 3 days on one guy's video. I can't expect that from somebody else. And I'm not upset with how things have been. Like I appreciate everybody, especially my main editor. Like he and I edited for over a year. Much love to him. I feel like this is a good like transition though. But yeah, games became not so fun. I think one thing that definitely helped with that was not only the break itself, but around the same time that I took the break, for Christmas, I built my own PC, and that just opened the floodgates to a bunch of games that I had never had access to, and I played a bunch. of classic titles that like on PS5, you can't play Half-Life. And I never had before, and like stuff like that. And I want to kind of talk about the games that I had played, because some of them I was like, damn, this will make for great content. But that was part of the problem. I didn't feel like I could play games and have fun without being in content creator mode. So anyway, let's talk about the games that I played. So I wrote down a list of games, and they're kind of in two categories. First, we're gonna talk about the games that I played that I am so glad that I didn't content create with. If you're a content creator and you're thinking about playing these games, it's kind of a warning, bro. I wouldn't, so I just take that into consideration. First up was Baldur's Gate 3, an amazing game. Oh my God. But I cannot fathom a world in which I play that game and I have to edit that long ass video. Like, I was playing BG3 for like 4 or 5 hours straight, bro. And if you played the game, you understand there is damn near infinite things that you could do. Like, so much so that other game devs were getting mad at that studio because they thought that that game was gonna be gamers' new bar. Like, other games couldn't reach that. That's a sign. Like, as soon as I saw those type of articles, I was like, yeah, I gotta tap in. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't play that on the channel. I played Half-Life 1 and 2. Put your pitchforks down, because I hesitate to say this. I played the original Half-Life 1, not what is it, Black Mesa or whatever. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I think the game aged in a okay type way. It wasn't a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. It was just like little minor inconveniences, like feeling like Gordon was just slippery. Like, there was a lot of platforming sections in that game, and it felt like he had shoes with oil on the bottom of them. He was just sliding around. It was a cool game. And then Half-Life 2 was amazing. There's nothing bad to say about that game. But 1 was like, okay, I can see how this was a technical powerhouse at the time, but Nier Automata, bro. That game, I wish I would have played on the channel. That was such a fun, like, great story. Eyes got a little watery in some sections. Like, if you've played all the way to the E ending, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it, oh my God, bro. Like, the ballerina robot, I don't think I'll ever forget that. That was such a great game, pun intended. I kind of wish I would have played it on the channel, but it's all right. A game I would never attempt to play all the way through is Skyrim, bro. Awesome game, amazing game, 10 out of 10. I definitely see the hype. Cool. That would be like 50 episodes and they will all be an hour long, bro. Like, of me just, oh, what is this? Oh, what's this quest line? Oh, these people need help. Oh, I gotta kill that dragon over there. I'm not doing all of that. I'm good. I'm glad I played that separate. No, Dying Light, I played and didn't get very far. And I think a large part of it was because of the next game I want to talk about. I started playing Hotline Miami, the first one. I was like, damn, I think I might have to play Hotline Miami 2 on the channel, because that was, oh my God, it's such a simple but like cool ass game, and it took my mind completely off of Dying Light, bro. I played Mario Wonder, was like, okay, it's a Mario game. You know, I don't feel like I needed to play that on the channel. It's run to the right. That's it. That's the game. Because I got a PC and started emulating, I was able to play Max Payne 1. And that game is really fucking cool. Obviously, graphically, it could use a facelift. I look forward to playing Max Payne 2 and 3. But yeah, Max Payne 1 was dope. I kind of wish I would have played that one on the channel. It's just, it's kind of, I don't know if it's a long game or if I just had a lot going on. I feel like I'm not done with it, and I feel like I've been playing it for forever. Those are the games that I played and I either wished or am glad that I didn't play on the channel. As far as like where the channel is going and kind of my ideas, I wanted to talk about that briefly and see what you guys' thoughts are about the Mass Effect trilogy. I got that. That's in my Steam library. I bought that. Bought Hotline Miami 2. I just talked about that. That's almost a definite gonna be on the channel. Max Payne 2 and 3, just talked about that. BioShock is an interesting one. I don't know. I'll have to look up on how long to beat, how long it takes to beat the game. Hi-Fi Rush is another one. I'm probably gonna run into some situations with that, with like the music and the copyright and all of that. But YouTube took away my ability to get paid. Again, it was only like a couple dollars anyway, so fuck it, I guess. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna be using copyright music without a fear of the algorithm now. I don't know how that works as far as them pushing your content. If they're like, okay, well, we can't make money and you can't make money, so we're gonna show it to less people. I'm kind of like, I don't really give a so Hi-Fi Rush, I definitely want to try that one. High on Life is another one that I was like, wow, this looks like a very inappropriate, really funny game that fits perfectly in line with my channel. And the last one is Little Misfortune, which is, I had never heard of that before, and then I kind of saw somebody else play it, I think, or a trailer or something, and I was like, oh, this looks like a really the Telltale game. And like Telltale makes some like dark games, like there's some stuff that goes on in those games and I'm like, ooh, damn. Just kind of wanted to come on here, man, before I drop the next video, which I'm super excited about, and just didn't address this. It's cool to be back, bro. It's cool to be back. It's cool to like be in the right mindset, in the right place to make content. My hope is that, you know, of course the channel grows in like a exponential way, in ways that like it just wasn't able to before. My concern is the frequency of the videos. I don't have a set schedule. We'll see how things go. And shout out to everybody. Like, there were a couple comments that were like, oh, come back, and like, oh, where are you, and da 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 da, as I was going. I appreciate y'all, man. Like, sometimes I don't know, like you get imposter syndrome where you feel like ain't nobody watching this stuff, bro. Like, nobody cares that I ain't uploaded in a month, 2 months, however long. And it's like people in my community are like, nah, bro, like, where you at? Check within like a day or two of this video going live. Spider-Man episode 4 will be out, followed by a couple of YouTube shorts about that episode. In my opinion, it's a really funny episode. Like the way I edit it and just all of that is really dope. So I'm gonna holler at you guys in the next one, bro. Appreciate you for watching still. I'm gonna take my time.